Welcome, Amanda Seyfried is on the podcast today. She's on Dear Chelsea. She's coming to us live from her farm, I think in the Catskills, I want to say. Is that right?
Yes.
Are you going to audibly respond, or are you just going to do thumbs up for this interview?
You know what this is? This is Zoom culture.
Yeah, well, Amanda, we've been in Zoom culture since fucking 2020. You've had 5 years to get a head start.
No, it's because I'm used to it. Last night I was on an hour-long call on mute, just going, giving, thumbs ups and A-OKs.
You know what is nice about Zoom culture is sometimes you just pretend that you can't get on so that you don't have to. Like, I've done that before when I've had like a business Zoom. I'm like, I can't make it work. I'm on mute. And then I just can't. And then I just click off. And then the meeting's over without me.
There's always one person that does that. And now I'm going to question it every time.
Right, right. So we have a lot to celebrate. Amanda was just nominated for, you've been nominated for Golden Globes before, right? For Mamma Mia, you got nominated. And I think you won. Oh, whoops. Okay, you were snubbed that year. So she was nominated this year. She's lip syncing again. She was nominated for, it's called The Testament of Anne Lee. And this is a move. So congratulations, Amanda. Why don't you take your flowers for a second? Say thank you.
Thank you so much. Double time. It's been great. I did not get a Golden Globe nomination for Mamma Mia, but that was okay.
Did you get another Golden Globe nomination before?
I got a nomination and I won for The Dropout, and I wasn't there.
Ooh, wow. That's pretty tricky. Where were you, on your farm?
No, I had to work.
You said that in quotes, like you put quotes up, like you didn't really have to work.
I totally had to work. It would have been impossible. It probably would have been possible, but it felt like too tricky to get all the way to LA at the night.
From working? Where were you?
I was actually doing a workshop of a musical, and it felt like everybody's schedules had to align for so long that we finally got them all to align in this 1 week, and it just happened to be that Golden Globe week. So like it was the first thing I had won, and then I didn't get to accept it, which I guess, maybe that's a blessing.
Well, listen, I'm aware of your anxiety. You've talked a lot about your anxiety, and I think it is a blessing, because if you had to get up on that stage, who knows which way the wind would have blown? You know what I mean? Because you're a little bit like, you don't know what's going to happen.
X Factor, man.
Yeah, it's an X Factor, which listen, we all fucking love it. But probably for your personal well-being, it was better for you to be in a workshop. And that's also very professional that you were able to say, I'm not going to go to the first nomination I got, then win, and then come back to your group of actors. They must have even respected you more after that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll follow up with all of those people.
I think so. There was a lot of celebration, actually. Yeah, it was nice.
So you were nominated for Critics' Choice Award this year. Just so you know, I'm hosting the Critics' Choice, so I know that. I am definitely going to single you out and do something funny for you or about you, because you know how I feel about you, and I just think that you deserve that.
Thank you. In any way, shape, or form, I would be happy to join you.
Maybe we will do something cute together. That's actually a great idea. But I am very excited that you got nominated because, first of all, I just want to be in total seriousness. This is one of the most talented people in this industry. She can do fucking anything. She can do anything. Demonstrated by her 2 movies that are out right now. I think Housemaid comes out tomorrow. And The Testament of Anne Lee is going to come out shortly after. So, and these are 2 completely different movies. One is about the Quaker movement and this woman. Let's talk about The Testament of Anne Lee, because I had to watch this movie twice. The first time I was stoned.
Wait, watching it stoned is another an enhanced experience.
I didn't understand which religion we were in. I understood, there's a lot of singing and dancing, which I all hope turns into TikTok dances because they're intense. And Amanda's an incredible singer. I heard you sing that Carole King song, I don't know, on whose late night show recently, because you were trying to... Joni. Oh yeah, Joni Mitchell. Sorry, not Carole King.
No, it's fine. I love it.
Joni Mitchell. What was the song called?
California.
Yeah.
It was like a
California.
quick little
I know,
snippet.
but you were talking about your voice and your singing voice and saying that you don't really believe. Like, I guess you. What was the movie you auditioned for that you didn't get, where you had to sing?
You want me to say it out loud?
Well, if you've
Kidding,
only,
no, kidding. I'm kidding. No, it's a joke. I'm over it. Wicked.
Wicked, right? Oh, right. So that's even a double whammy. So but look at this.
No, exactly. It's all happened exactly. Like I truly believe that it was for the best, for sure, for everyone involved, because I got to do this too.
You were talking on this interview that I saw about your singing voice, and you were saying how much you've worked on your singing voice since Les Mis. And in Les Mis, we all thought you fucking nailed it. And you were saying that you have become a better singer since then, and that you weren't at the level or at the place you wanted to be when you filmed Les Mis. Do you still agree with that assessment?
Well, I agree with that assessment. I also completely let go of the need to access something that I might not ever be able to access in terms of like control of the vibrato and the stamina and the breath work. I understand that I'm not gonna be starring in a musical on Broadway where I need the kind of stamina that I've been trying to build. I'm my voice is, specifically because I ended up doing something like Ann Lee, where it wasn't about how it sounded, it was about where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
It was about how it was felt, not just by me, but by the audience, right? But by her followers. And it's like I finally stopped listening to myself in the way that kind of made it not fun to sing.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say during my Wicked auditions, I sang better than I thought I would. I think it came with the excitement, the momentum of how much I was training for it. And I was very proud of myself, for sure. That will never go away. But I also realized maybe I'm just not that kind of singer, and I don't need to sound like anyone else. It took me 4 years, but at least I'm here. And in, when I listen, if I were to listen to the songs in Les Mis, it was exactly how it needed to be for that time. And Ann Lee came, and I was able to, the opportunity was amazing, and it was perfect for where my voice was, in that it's a human voice, not a trained voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like what you just said. That's perfectly said, because you are singing for like your followers, and you are leading this group of people. And then I love midway through the movie, she becomes Christ. She becomes like the female Christ, and then uses that as an excuse to stop having sex with her husband, which I think is really a tale as old as time.
Yeah. And you know what? Everybody was like, "Oh, for Jesus, for peace, for communion with God, sure." Listen, I don't think any of us would denounce or eliminate fornication nowadays, because even though it's tricky, it's still incredibly pleasurable. But they weren't up for pleasure; they wanted peace. And it made sense to her in her trauma.
Yes, in her trauma.
As a woman, losing these children, the direct line between sex and pain was, too clear for her.
It had to be painful. Everything had to be painful.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It made sense for her, but the fact that up to about almost 6,000 people at one point were like, "Yeah, I can do that too."
Right.
Blows my mind. I would love to know how many people were hiding
and having
their
there was no birth
fornication.
control. There was a
Well,
birth
yeah.
control, so kind of there's a giveaway at the end of that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Sure.
So how is this? Because you had a female director. So, I mean, and there's a lot of nudity. There's a lot of sex in this movie. There's a lot of
Childbirth.
Yes, a lot of childbirth, a lot of like birthing positions that I hadn't been familiar with prior to watching this.
Right? It's a lesson for a lot of people. that childbirth is traumatic for most people. And there's nothing like a scene in a movie where you can see it from where it's all happening. And I think necessary. Do you know, like, apparently, this is a rumor. I don't know if it's for sure, but I believe it to be true that in Venice, 15 men walked out after that scene.
Oh, I read that. Oh, that's so
And I'm
typical.
like, men, these are your babies.
Yeah,
you
this is your
created
seed.
them.
Your
It
seed
wasn't a
created
woman.
this baby.
The
Exactly.
seed is from you.
I posted this thing on Instagram the other day where I was like, it was a quote from Cher about, if men had to give up and interrupt their career and give up 9 months of their physical life and breastfeed
More
and
than.
yeah, all of the things like that, they would want to have a say in it. And I posted it and like credited Cher, and like there's like 50 guys on there going, "What, you don't think this affects our life too? Like, this is so sexist to say it only impacts women." It's like, oh, shut up. Just shut up. You're missing the whole fucking point. But how was it working doing all of that, all those sex scenes, all those birthing scenes? Like, how was it working with a female director versus a male director? Was there a big difference for you?
Well, there's no question with Mona. She and I have lived, we can relate on things that I can relate to with men. And that's just a fact. There's a trust, there's an innate trust in how it's going to be shot, in why it's important. There are no questions at a certain point when you go on a set. You have, we've got our DP who's a man who I've loved and trust and like a family member. We have these male crew members, but when there's a woman who's in charge of how it's being shot and what's being seen and how the story is going to unfold, it just feels heavier. It feels more empowered, and it feels more truthful especially when it comes to that kind of content, to that kind of situation and experience. And I'm not saying a male director couldn't have done it beautifully. I'm just saying my perspective and the way I felt in that room, that tiny little room, I was empowered as well. And I probably would have been empowered. Like, I worked with Adam McGoy, and I was super naked in a movie I did when I was 24 called Chloe. And I didn't question much because there was a lot of discussion around the whole thing for a while. It felt the way it needed to, that, we were doing everything right. But I'm just saying, like with Mona, I don't know, she's just got a sensitivity to these things. And I'm not saying you have to have gone through childbirth to understand it. There's just there's a sensibility that we have and an instinct that we have as women that, for me, when I'm working, especially with that kind of subject matter, I just feel a little closer to it. I feel a little bit more, it's more reachable. It's like, I just feel like I'm being taken care of as well. Long story short.
No, I like to hear you talk about it because I'm curious about what kind of actor you are. Are you a method actor? Because these two projects, you're not. No. Because these two projects are so different. Like Housemaid, I can't imagine that that's a method acting role, right? That's more of like camp and like, crazy kind of like thriller, and it's based on all these books. And then this one is real serious. Like, you've got to do your research. So how do you approach two different roles like this? Like, what do you do as an actor?
The thing about Anne-Lee is that she's a real iconic person whose story has not been told in really any grand way that she so deserves, I think. And so, like, there's a lot of responsibility because to know everything I could possibly know about her, and also to learn everything. Like, there's so much collaboration. Obviously, it was like 18th century. We don't know what those dances really look like. We don't know exactly how she sang. Like, there's so many things that we had the freedom to explore and change and design. So with those designs, I had to like completely embody I had to move. I don't hate dancing, but I had to learn the choreography. I had to understand why each move was happening from a spiritual point of view, from a necessity point of view, because she was so committed and so devoted. I just had to embody someone in a way that I haven't before because of the nature of like what she created, and she was only able to create that because she was so she so believed that she was the Messiah, and I just had to fall in love with her, like with Elizabeth Holmes. I had to fall in love with her. I just have to somehow find it in my, find the sisterhood, create it, which comes from compassion and all that stuff, human to human stuff, like, being able to relate to the character you're playing. But I also had to I just had to, there was so much pre-production, so much preparation because there was a Manchester accent too.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Yeah,
that was really good.
Great.
And is that you narrating the whole film?
No, that's Thomasin McKenzie with her accent.
Oh,
and
okay.
Because I was confused.
Yeah, I was confused because I was like, this sounded like you sometimes, and then it
because
wasn't.
You
and then
watched
I was like,
it stoned.
I know, and that's why I went back and I watched it sober.
But also, it's okay. Like, I think the experience you had watching Decimate and Manly Stoned must have been somewhat confusing, but also maybe enlightening in a different way. I think it's wonderful. I actually told my caretaker of my farm, who's not here today, to have a shot of rum.
Yeah,
really
for sure. You should have a shot of something. Absolutely. Because it's a lot to take in.
Yes.
And it's something that's so foreign to modern day, like, what we believe in, like modern day culture. Like, you really have to get into it. And the good thing about being stoned is that you kind of just drop judgment and you're just kind of taking something in. That's what I like about it. Sometimes when I watch a movie and I'm not stoned, I'm like right away like, like, this is not necessary. This is gratuitous, or this is too much sex. Or
this is what I want to drop for watching all these Academy movies.
Yeah,
it's first of all, some of it's homework, and I hate things that feel like homework. But I should be stoned. I think I bought gummies. I like CBD, but I haven't taken them yet because I'm afraid to get stoned, because the times I've been really stoned have been people, I'm sure I've told you some of these stories before. It's bad, but I think I should do that because when I was watching another movie the other night, I'm like, ugh, why are they shooting it like that? Well, why are we watching it from this direction? Why do they say that? Like, okay, I'm just judging everything.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the best gift that cannabis gives me, is to drop the judgment. I just can be and enjoy something. So we need to just find you the right concoction, because I know your personality is a little bit tricky with drugs and stuff.
There's like a 2.5 THC gummy that has like a lot more CBD in it by Charlotte's Web.
Well, it can have a lot more. It can have a lot more CBD in it because it's 2.5 milligrams. So whatever it has.
THC?
Yeah, but it doesn't. That's 2 point. It's like that's nothing anyway. So 2.5.
I'm not a scientist.
I am. I am a scientist. Soy scientista.
Soy astronauta.
Soy astroglida. Let's talk about what's happening on this farm that you live on. I love that you live in the Catskills on a farm with your 2 kids and your husband. Is it so nice? Tell us about your life. And your mom?
Yeah, she's right over there.
Hi, Mom.
She can't hear you because you made me put headphones in. But
tell her I said hello.
You know who else is here?
Sorry,
My
Mom.
decrepit 16-year-old dog. She's waving.
Oh, your poor dog.
I know.
16.
And I saw him yesterday. I was on a Zoom where I was doing like this a lot, and I saw him whip by so fast from the barn to the house, and I saw a car backing up, and I was like, "This might be the moment.
No,
this might be the moment he gets hit or falls because of the ice." And he's an idiot. He's 16 and he keeps running, tries to eat everything. Anyway, the farm's great. It's great. It's great. I'm leaving again right after I talk to you. I got to go to the city and do some concerts tonight. I don't even know. But
are you singing?
Singing some stuff from the Ann Lee. Where are you going? Okay, be careful. Give me a hug. Can you do me a favor? Can you put this stuff in the dryer? Because I want to wear that jacket. Love you. Thank you.
Bye, Mom.
Thank you. Careful. She says bye. Everybody says bye. Love you. I'll see you in a week. Okay, thanks. Keep everybody alive. Oh my God, knock on wood.
What happens at your house when your mom leaves?
No, I'm leaving for a week. I'm leaving. She doesn't go anywhere.
And what happens at your, oh, right. Okay, so you're leaving your mom, you're saying goodbye to your mom. And so your mom's there to hold down the fort while you go.
With Tommy. And then although he's in the city right now, because he also has a life. It's really tricky.
Yeah. Why does he get to have a life?
No, thank God. But no, it's great. It's just, it was 6 degrees when we got up today, and so all the animals are walking on ice. And when they have 4 feet, right? 4 legs. All of them have
They're
4 legs.
4-wheel drive.
It's great. And there are a lot of them in the barn, and so it's we got a lot of heat lamps up, and I always think about fires, and there's just it's managing a lot, and I understand that I chose this life, so I can't whine about it, but it's tricky. I like the word tricky.
I do too.
It's all
I like that
encompassing.
word. Yeah, and it's also, you have to keep an eye on. It's not that you're complaining about it. You just have a bigger set of responsibilities.
So this morning, I dropped the kids off and said goodbye and cried because I should be getting my period any second.
Did they cry?
No,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
cried, and their classrooms are next to each other. It's a nice life. And then I got back and I decided to go with the time I had, help the person who's feeding right now, and do the stalls and take the horse shit out of the stalls and put new shavings in the stalls and do the buckets and stuff. And that is my least favorite chore, but I did it because I wanted to feel productive and like I was being helpful.
Yeah, I get that feeling a lot. I always feel like, what am I really contributing, other than my personality? Because I don't make a ton of contributions. Like, I can't.
Do you cook?
I mean, I'm trying to, but last night I tried to take out these sweet potatoes from the oven and the pan fell out of my hands, and then all the sweet potatoes fell into the crease of the oven. So
Yeah,
I had nailed it. I had made a turkey burger with cheese, grilled onions, and a poached egg on top. I was like, fuck me. Right now, I'm the ruler of all kitchens. And then I went to go take out the sweet potatoes as a nice little accent, and then everything went sideways. So I declared victory too early. So that's as sophisticated as I've ever gotten in the kitchen, was last night's turkey burger.
I don't even know how to poach an egg.
Oh, well, great. I love being one step ahead of you in the kitchen.
Oh, you're 70,000 steps ahead of me in the kitchen. I don't know anything.
Well, it sounds like you know how to farm a little bit.
Yeah, but that's not in the kitchen.
No, but it sounds like you're making a contribution. Like, yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Can you clean? Like, are you good at cleaning up messes?
Yes.
Okay. I can't do that either. No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
I could, I guess, but
Ever
I don't
heard of
really.
a Clorox wipe?
I don't like any sort of stain removal. I have to get someone else involved.
So
I'll
hold on a
ruin
second.
it.
If you're home alone and one of the dogs goes too, right?
There's one now. Yeah.
Snack.
Yeah, Snack.
And a Snack takes a giant dump on your carpet.
Snack will get put down if he did something like that. That would
Well,
never
he's gonna, because he's gonna get old.
No. First of all, he's not going to get old. I will clone him before that happens. Secondly, he's 2.5. So don't get ahead of yourself and project about your 16-year-old dog. Okay. Onto my
all right.
2.5-year-old Snack.
I'm just saying.
I sent Amanda a picture of Doug the other day, and she goes, "That's a snack."
He is a snack. He's extremely tasty.
No.
He is. What's your dog's name again?
Finn.
Oh, yeah. Finn's been around forever. Finn has these crazy eyes, too. Doesn't he have 2 different color eyes?
Nope. You're getting that confused with somebody else's dog.
Interesting.
But I do have a horse with 2 different color eyes.
Oh, yeah. You're such a farmer. I love it.
Is this a Harry Potter shirt?
10 points for Gryffindor.
Jesus.
Amanda, tell me why you decided to move to a farm.
Why not?
But do you think that it helps? I think it probably helps you when you go away a ton, right? Like for your work and career, it's so nice to be removed from all of that.
It's so basic here. It's not basic. Basic meaning nature is bigger than you here. Like you in the mountains. Like you're inside of this giant world. And in some ways you feel protected because nature is very powerful, but it's not trying to fuck with you. It's not judging you. It's not trying to take your job or belittle you or manipulate you. It's just there. And when all the noise is gone, you can kind of just, there's probably a lower frequency that you're operating on, which is probably really healthy. And also you get to like worry about real things. And I'm not saying that like living in Hollywood or living in New York City is bad for me. I'm just saying like I can take a chunk of it and really enjoy myself, getting in an Uber and going from one place to the next, and then walking from one block to the next and getting a Starbucks and a Zabar's bagel and a pedicure all within an hour. It's dreamy, but it's, it's for a good temporary fix.
It can be taxing.
It can be taxing. Yeah, I don't need all that energy.
I'm with you. I spend about 45 days a year max in Los Angeles because I love to just be out and about in different places. So I can relate to what you're saying. Let's Catherine, you said we have a caller, right? We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with Amanda Seyfried, and we're going to take a caller because Amanda, I think you should be giving advice to people. That's the obvious next step, and this is an advice call-in show. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. And we're back with Amanda Seyfried. And we're taking our first caller, Amanda. Okay, so lock in.
I'm really excited about this question. So, Angela, I'm not going to read the subject line because it kind of gives it away. It's very exciting.
Don't. Great.
She says, Dear Chelsea, I'm a 34-year-old child-free woman in what feels like a full-blown real-life plot twist. 2 years ago, I left my job and finally chased my dream, starting my own floral business specializing in senior assisted living centers. Since then, I've been piecing a living together with part-time gigs until one of those just ended, and now it's go big or go broke. But also, it's terrifying, but also a little thrilling. Here's where it gets messy. 7 months ago, at a giant flower conference, I met a man who owns a rose business in Ecuador. We spent 6 hours talking and surprisingly fell into a long-distance whirlwind romance.
I love it already.
I've never been known as a hopeless romantic, but he's turned out to be my exception. Since then, we've seen each other about every 6 weeks. Ecuador, Spain, Rome, the whole montage. It's dreamy, but draining my bank account. And while he hopes I'll eventually join him in Ecuador, I'm still trying to keep my business alive here. Do I double down on my business plan or go full Eat, Pray, Love florist edition? Sincerely, a confused realist, Angela.
Hi, Angela. First of all, you need to fucking go for it. You should, the look in Amanda's eyes, she's in love now. Look at her. She's looking at her husband the first time they fell in love. We all have love in our eyes. You have to go for this adventure. That is my passionate opinion about life. Anytime there's a time to take a jump and you've been given some proof that that's the right jump, you don't even need the proof. You just need to trust your instincts and go for it. What's stopping you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I built my life here. I'm originally I live in Buffalo. I'm not from Buffalo. And I came here 8 years ago and I've built my life here. And so it just feels so, I guess, almost wrong to let it go after I put so much work into it for a man. But then again, it's like I said, he's kind of my exception. It's so different.
You're not letting
it
go. You're just... It's still there. I mean, first of all, Buffalo.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta get out.
Is there any
a little while?
Angela, is there anyone?
I love Buffalo.
I know, but forget about it. But is there anyone that's coming from a woman on a farm in the snow? What is there anyone that can watch your business while you go and gallivant around with your guy from Ecuador?
I mean, not fully yet, just because it's such a small business. I've been running it pretty much by myself, but I am going for a month on the 19th. So I'm going to stay there for a month just to kind of give it a little bit of a trial run. And yeah. So then I guess just to see how it will all work out. I don't know. It's just,
so is there anyone in that month that you can have try and run the business for you while you're gone, just to give someone a test run? A woman.
I haven't obviously. Yeah. I haven't set anyone up to do that yet. So I guess that would be something that I'd probably think of doing that for after. If I go again.
But to give someone a trial run would give you a lot more confidence in maintaining your business while you go and do this, just in case you need to. I understand giving up everything that you've built is more of a harder pill to swallow in search of romance. But if you go and you go down to Ecuador and live with this guy, are you guys going to be working together down there?
No, I would have to find probably a remote job or a job down there where it's English speaking, because even though Duolingo's great, it's just not doing it for me right now.
Well, you have to be on are you on a streak? Are you on a Duolingo streak?
Oh yeah, I'm over 200 days. Like since the day I met him, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's better than me. What am I talking about? Amanda, what do you have to say about this?
Well, listen, yeah, it's no small thing. But I don't see it as you leaving your life for good forever. It's not like you have a one-way ticket and you can't come back.
Right.
It's like life is so short. It's like, what are we doing? I mean, if you feel something like that, you have that kind of fire in you for this experience. It's not for a guy. It's for the experience of being in love and like traveling the world. It's bigger than a guy. So it's like when you characterize it as leaving your life for a guy, that's not really what's happening. I mean, I think you trust yourself in some ways. If you're already going for a month, it's true that you could hire somebody to take care of it, or you can shut it down for a month and see how it goes. But I think you take this opportunity to find someone who's willing to maybe keep it alive for you. Because if you also have that connection back to your business while you're there, as stressful as it could possibly be, it would still make you feel like you can do both.
Yeah, and then you have a little income.
Yeah.
And also, when you say yes to life, life says yes to you. Like,
That's true.
That's just what happens. When you take big risks, you get big rewards. Most of the time. And like you've met this guy. I trust that you're a sensible person just in the short time that you've been talking. You don't seem unstable or off balance or in, and I loved what Amanda just said. It's bigger than a guy. It's about being in love and about the experience of love. It doesn't matter who the person is. So I think that you really do have to go down. And listen, you're going to go down for a month and you're going to have your answer anyway.
Yeah. I would just plan that after I wrote in. So yeah. I guess that will be a big tell.
There is no better feeling than falling in love. It is the best feeling. The texting, the flirting, the phone calls. If you're into phone calls, I'm not. But all of it is so fun.
I have to be into phone calls now. So
FaceTimes.
Yeah.
That's
what really gets me.
Oh,
yeah,
exactly. I can't take FaceTime. I got two FaceTimes yesterday, and my new policy is say yes, answer the call, because I always just put it to voicemail. I'm like, no, and I answered both calls, and both of them were really like great, fun, high vibe, like 30-minute phone calls. I'm like, I'm glad I did that. I'm going to start, doing this more often. It's a nice way to connect to people.
Yeah, I feel better after the fact.
Okay, well, go live your life, sister. You're fine. You don't need us. You're going to have a great time. And let us know what happens after a month and report back to Catherine so we can stay tuned, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
And
right,
write about it
in Ecuador.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Journal. Make sure you're journaling about it.
Yeah, every day I'm going to do at least like a couple sentences I decided while I'm there just to kind of keep track of where my mind's at. So
yeah, that's a good habit to get into.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Angela.
Take care.
Thanks.
That's
so
exciting.
Funny how I know sometimes people are like so excited and thrilled for something and then they hold themselves back because they're like, do I don't know if it's a deserve this thing, but it's like, should I? Like, yes, you should.
But people are scared. They're going to, because it's like, listen, as a woman, you give up your whole thing, your business that you built for a man. Mm-hmm. Like if the guy lived here and was like, okay, you have to, I don't want you working. We would say, no, run as fast as you can away from that guy. Right. So it is hard as a woman when you've built something to say like, oh, I'm going to abandon it.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I'm glad you encouraged her to like have somebody else run it while you're gone. So she's got a little income and have a little free.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Also, exactly. Ecuador, there's airplanes exist. You know what I mean?
Buffalo will still be there.
Buffalo to Ecuador. I'm like, I choose Ecuador.
Listen, it sucks, but also can he come here?
I mean, would he want to?
Yeah. It doesn't sound like it's a good time for anyone from Ecuador to be coming here. But anyway.
Oh, you know what? Good point. Good point. Sometimes I'm living in the Obama era.
Listen, that farm will do it to you. I don't blame you.
It's just idyllic where you are. Well, our next caller is Lindsay. She is 33 and she says, Dear Chelsea, sorry this is long. I love you. I met my fiance, Brayden, almost 12 years ago when we were about 21, working at the same restaurant. We quickly started dating. When we first hooked up, I knew he was a keeper. On top of that, he's respectful, hilarious, an incredible listener, devoted to me, and lets me know about it every single day. I genuinely feel that I found one of the good ones. We're just now embarking on this new adventure of getting married. The time is now officially here, and I'm freaking out. My parents' marriage was rough. My dad, a white American, moved to Indonesia after college to work as an accountant for an oil company where my mom, a native Indonesian, was a secretary. I think they were happily married for some time, but my dad says he had a midlife crisis in his early 40s and had an affair with a woman nearly half his age. I don't exactly know when this crisis started, but it's really all I remember of their marriage. I never witnessed any affection or kindness between my parents. In the rare times my dad was home, we all walked on eggshells. He frequently took so-called business trips, which we eventually realized were excuses to spend time with his mistress. When he wasn't with her, she would turn her focus on us, harassing us with relentless phone calls and public outbursts, causing scenes. Side note, my mom nicknamed her the Bee since we weren't allowed to curse. They even had a child together before my parents' divorce was finalized, and these are just some of the many painful experiences that I can't fully capture in a single email. When I was 8, my mom finally saved enough of her own money to flee to the U.S. and access the protections and rights granted to her under the American justice system as the spouse of a U.S. citizen. For whatever reason, my dad and the Bee are still together to this day, and my dad frankly seems unhappy if not miserable. To put it lightly, the Bee is a nuisance at family gatherings. She's impulsive, acts inappropriately, and gives irrelevant commentary. She's not the most socially adept person and could possibly suffer from mental health issues, which I completely understand and can relate to, but there's no indication she's sought professional help. Despite this, my siblings and I have done our best to tolerate the discomfort of being civil towards her for the sake of our family. Yes, our dad is arguably a POS, but at least my brother, sister, and I have an amazing superhuman mom. It's important for me to keep a positive relationship with my half-siblings and offer any guidance or advice if they ever need it. But this all brings me to my dilemma. My fiance and I do not want the Bee at our wedding. So how do we navigate the situation? Love, Lindsay.
Oh, okay. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, this is our special guest, Amanda Seyfried, today.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Hi, nice to see you.
I'm sorry. That's a really difficult, crappy situation. I'm so happy that you're getting married, though. And just know that, our parents don't define us at all. I couldn't be more opposite than both of my parents. Sometimes they give you, a roadmap of what not to do, And so, your marriage will be completely different than the one your parents had. Just from how insightful, you are because of this. Now, your half-siblings are from the Bee?
Yes.
And how many are there?
I have 2 half siblings and then 1 stepbrother as well that she had from a previous relationship.
Do they love the Bee?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No. That's fine. That's a fair question. So they love her, and do they know how you feel about her?
We've never spoken about it directly. I think there's always I can tell that they also feel uncomfortable at times, when she acts out.
Well, I think you have to be prepared if you disinvite her, which you totally have every right to do. Your father is probably going to not come either. There's a chance that happens, right?
Right. And I actually do have an update since I initially wrote the email. We really needed to get going on the wedding planning. And honestly, Chelsea, I knew what you were going to say to me probably is to just do it, to have a conversation with him. And he actually was really receptive and agreed to not have her come to the Bali wedding. He is also still committed to contribute financially despite that. So
wow,
this is great.
Yeah.
News. This is a great update. Thanks for bringing one.
Now, are your half siblings? They're all gonna come as well, or
some can't make it just because of other obligations. But yes, that I have extended the invites to them. Yeah. So right now it's the holidays and I'm going to have to face everyone in person pretty soon, including the Bee. So it is a little bit, nerve wracking.
But you know what? Hold your ground. You made a boundary. You stood up for what you want at your wedding on your wedding day. That is the most important. The most important person on any wedding day is the bride. Fuck the groom. Okay. So the bride, it's your day. You created a boundary. You're self-respecting. You're self-preserving. All of these things are really strong choices that you've made. You didn't have to you did this all on your own. So like you're already a G. Like this is all good stuff. And you can look at her in the eye with dignity because at least you were upfront and honest about what you want. You know what I mean? And and just take the hot air out of it. There's only tension if you allow tension if there's two people creating tension. If there's no tension coming from you, she has no one to have tension with in the first place.
Totally. Yeah, I hear you. And it's going to be uncomfortable for me too, but I just have to deal with it.
You just have to deal with it, and that's okay. And but you know what you don't have to deal with? Her at your wedding. So that's great.
Exactly.
And I'm like, so many women are going to be listening to this and be inspired by you and taking charge of the situation in the ways in which you did, and also giving hope to other people's fathers. Like, I'm so pleased to hear that your dad was so receptive, that he's still contributing financially. Your dad is probably miserable in his marriage. He probably is. I mean, she sounds, not
like
ideal. So congrats on everything. You already crushed it. You're calling in basically just doing a victory dance.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, I thought it would still be a good conversation to have with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Also, Chelsea, you're more than welcome to join us.
When is the wedding?
In Bali?
Yeah,
Yes.
I love Bali.
Next August.
Is it in Ubud or is it on the beach?
Actually a little bit southeast of Ubud, in a city called Manggis. It's more like old Bali, they say, just like a little less crowded and less traffic.
Okay, well, why don't you, Catherine, follow up with her? Because if I'm traveling in August, I'll totally swing by. I love Bali.
God.
I need an excuse to go there.
My God.
That'd be so fun.
Excellent.
I don't go. Listen, I got invited to a lot of weddings, but I will only go to someone I just met.
Oh my God, that would be a dream come true.
I know, but don't get your hopes up. I mean, I can't commit,
Don't
but
worry.
you never know with me. I could show up. I could.
This conversation is everything. So
I love it.
worries.
I love it. Thank you so much for calling in, Lindsay.
Of course. Thank you so much for taking the time.
This is great.
Yeah, this is awesome. I hope I make it.
Yeah, have so much fun, Lindsay.
Oh my gosh.
Congrats.
Thank you. And can I just say, Chelsea, I've been following you for a long time. I used to watch Chelsea Lately every single night.
Oh.
And, sometimes we kind of live in a dark world. So I really appreciate you for bringing laughter and joy to the world. Yeah, I love your comedy and what you do. So keep at it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You know what? Also, Catherine, hook her up with 2 tickets for next year's tour.
Oh, sure.
Because I'm doing a tour, the High and Mighty tour. And I'm sure I'm coming to a city near you. If I haven't announced it yet, I'll be announcing more dates. But we're going to hook you up with tickets so you can come and say hi.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I know you're coming to
absolutely.
Denver, and I haven't been able to make it to one of your shows. I really wanted to go to the Red Rocks one, but I just couldn't make it happen. So I really appreciate that.
That's okay. We'll make it happen at the Paramount in Denver. I'm coming there. Yes, absolutely. We're going to make it happen. Okay, fun. I love it. I love it.
Thank
you so much.
Have fun.
Okay, bye.
You're fucking Santa Claus.
Oh my God, I feel like Santa Claus. It's the Christmas season, you guys.
Isn't it nice though to know that you're gonna be like in different cities, like if you know specifically where you're gonna be, and like you can offer that to people, and it's just like, and you're giving access with this show. People can call. It's just you also 2 for 2. Like some pretty badass women just called in. Like I don't know, I'm here for it.
I love it. I love it. All right, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and wrap up with Amanda. And we're back with Amanda Seyfried, one of my favorite people. Ever since I first interviewed Amanda, it was probably on Chelsea Lately.
It was.
I've loved her. She is so fucking funny. She's weird and she says things that are inappropriate. I love that. And you're not, you're not like an actor, even though you're a great actor, you don't take yourself seriously. And I think that is really the ingredient that makes people the most likable is when they don't take themselves so seriously.
Thanks. And it was like I reached out to you after the recent shitstorm, which I'm not used to operating in a shitstorm, but it happened. And like I reached out to you because I don't know why I felt like we're similar, that we don't take ourselves very seriously, and that you are actually a comedian, and but you actually know your shit. And it was like, it made me feel so much better.
Oh,
So thanks for like, at least just like, you're fine. I don't know why, you know what I mean? It's something that you had posted. I don't know.
No. I understand.
But
Before we close, I just want to ask you, how did you meet your husband?
On stage. I mean, I did a stage play the first and last time I will ever do that to myself and my psyche.
Did you know, right? What was it like when you guys locked in?
I mean, I guess it was kind of a long, when that happens, like we were both involved with other people, but like, and I also didn't know, like, I just assumed he thought I was a loser, because that's kind of how I, viewed myself. When it came to men, I worked on it. I no longer feel that way, but thank God. But I was, like 30 or 29, and I was in a dead end relationship, and I think that a part of me had opened at that point because I was so done with feeling like shit.
Because of relationships, you mean?
I was in a relationship where I was completely just like not seen.
Right.
But I was also like, ooh, I want to settle down. I had the dream of the kids, very early on. And but so part of me was kind of opened up. And when I met him, I was just like, I really liked his voice, and I liked the fact that he had like salt and pepper hair. He's only like 9 years older than me, but for some reason, and he was he's a theater guy, so his feet were so solidly on the ground when it came to that kind of work. And I was so scared. I was like floating, and I felt like he kind of in some way figuratively kind of pulled me down and helped me through and supported me, and had this like unconditional support of me in that new realm that I was in. And I had this amazing director, Lee Silverman, and I just felt really safe and seen. And it was a wild new experience that scared me. And I think when you're really scared and you have someone who's like, here, take my hand, you kind of can't help but fall in love with something about them. Mm-hmm, whether they're a man or a woman, you feel safe. And I felt safe with him. And then, the show was over. He went back to LA. My relationship ended, thank God, mercifully, like immediately, even before the show ended. And then we talked a little bit, but then come January that next year, he was out of his relationship. And it was so scary, though. It was so scary to commit to somebody, because I was like, I'd been kind of burned in my last relationship. So committing with him as a person who was free, like a real, because when I was with him in the show, he wasn't an opportunity. There was no opportunity there. He was with somebody. I just was like, oh, I know how this feels. This is where I want. It doesn't have to be him, but I know how this feels. And then, of course, it was so messy that summer, just like dealing with like the like ongoing trauma of a breakup, and then talking, and then like keeping the break. It was just like, yuck. And then I crocheted myself into oblivion here on the farm, because I had already bought the farm, and I was all alone watching Felicity. I watched Felicity.
She's another favorite of mine, Carrie.
4 days. I watched the entire 4 seasons, and I was crocheting fucking Christmas stockings. And I had my best friend Peter, who I'm sure you know from Netflix, now he's at Amazon, came to see me and was like, are you okay out here? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just getting ready for the Christmas season. And it was October. So I was great. I was single. I wasn't great. So like that was, and going through all that and being alone and being like out here in the woods with nobody for an extended period of time. I went back to LA for Christmas because my sister was out there, and we all went to LA for Christmas, and then like started like meditating, and because I was just so lost. Really like horrible breakup, extended breakup. And then in January, I was like meditating with Alan Arkin. Like it was in January, oh dear. We met up at his place in LA, and so many deer.
You need to take a Vyvanse or something.
Outside your window.
Did you take your Vyvanse today or your Adderall?
Lexapro. Oh my God, I forgot to take my Lexapro today. Oh my God, you just reminded me.
Okay.
Oh my God, I didn't take it last night.
Okay.
I didn't take it last night.
Okay,
no, my
well, go
Lexapro for my
take it.
anxiety.
Go
my
take
God.
it right now.
You saved my day. You don't understand. But anyway, it was great. That's how I met him. Long story short, that's how I met him.
What was the moment where you guys decided to be together? Did you call him or did he call you?
I berated him because I saw him like another person's Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, so you're gonna like now you're free." Like I was an asshole to him, and then we reconnected. But I was an asshole to him.
I believe you,
and he understood that meant I cared about him.
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh, you go live in fucking Seyfried." Can't do the accent. I was like, "Good luck." And he was like, "Oh, she really likes me. She's jealous of this other person."
That's how damaged women show affection, is by berating a man. That's how we've been bruised.
But you know what also about damaged women? We can fucking fix ourselves. And then we can be whole again. And we don't need a man to do that.
We can hold it down. Once we fix ourselves, we can hold it down. Yeah. But it's nice that he held you down in the theater during the play. He held you down, and then you held it down for yourself. So there we go. Now,
and then cut to a year later, he held me down, and I got pregnant.
Okay. On that note, we want you to go take your Lexapro. Go take it right now. Get off this and go take it.
This never happens. I fell asleep with my son last night, and I forgot to take my meds.
Your son is a great rapper, by the way. I loved that video. I love you, Amanda. Did you want to say something more?
I love you too. There's always something more to say, isn't there? I'm going to go take my medicine now.
Okay. Bye, honey. Have a great day.
Holy shit. Love you guys.